The first time Alex saw Eleanor, she was staring at a painting. Not just looking, staring, as if the strokes of color held a secret only she could decipher. They were in an old art gallery, tucked away in the quieter streets of Paris, where tourists rarely wandered. Eleanor tilted her head, smiling faintly. "It's beautiful, isn't it?" Alex, who had only stepped inside to escape the rain, looked at the painting, a swirl of blue and gold depicting a stormy ocean. "Yeah," he muttered, though he wasn't really looking at the art. He was looking at her. She turned to him then, her dark eyes locking onto his. "What do you see?" she asked. Alex hesitated. "A storm. Wild. Unpredictable." Eleanor's lips curved up. "Interesting," she murmured. "Because I see a dance. The ocean isn't fighting the storm, it's moving with it." Something about her made Alex want to stay, but before he could think of something clever to say, she turned away. He watched as she walked toward the exit, her silhouette vanishing into the misty rain. The next day, Alex found himself back at the gallery. He had convinced himself that it was because of the art, but he knew the truth, he wanted to see her again. She was there, in the same spot. This time, she was staring at a different painting, an abstract piece, chaotic and colorful. "You're back," she said without turning. "You caught me," he admitted, stepping beside her. "I was hoping to understand more about how you see things." Eleanor turned to him, amusement flickering in her eyes. "And why would you care about that?" "Because," he said, holding her gaze, "I think you see the world differently than anyone I've met." For a long moment, she studied him. Then, with a small smile, she said, "Come with me." Eleanor led him through the streets of Paris, stopping suddenly at a small park. Children played, old couples strolled, and birds fluttered between trees. "Close your eyes," she said. Alex hesitated but obeyed. He felt her take his hand, and suddenly, everything changed. "Now, tell me what you hear," she whispered. He focused. The laughter of a child. The rustling of leaves. The distant hum of a violin being played somewhere nearby. "What do you smell?" she asked. "Freshly baked bread from the boulangerie across the street." "Rain on the pavement." Eleanor squeezed his hand. "Now, open your eyes." When he did, everything looked different. The colors seemed richer, the light softer. "You see," she whispered, "the world isn't just what we look at, it's what we feel." Days turned into weeks, and Alex found himself completely drawn to Eleanor. They wandered through the city at night, whispering secrets under the Eiffel Tower. He found himself memorizing the way her fingers danced when she spoke, the way she tilted her head when she was deep in thought. But there was something about Eleanor, something hidden. She never spoke about her past, never let him too close. It was as if she was always holding something back. One evening, as they sat by the Seine, he finally asked, "Why do you never talk about yourself?" She looked at him for a long moment, then said, "Because, I'm afraid you'll see me differently." His heart clenched. "I want to see everything about you, Eleanor." She exhaled, looking away. "Then promise me something. Anything. No matter what happens, remember how you feel right now. Not what you see, but what you feel." He didn't understand, but he promised. Then one day, she was gone. No note. No explanation. Just, gone. Alex searched everywhere. The gallery. The park. The cafe where she liked to sip coffee and sketch in her notebook. Nothing. And then, after weeks of searching, he found her. In a hospital. She was sitting by a window, staring out at the city with vacant eyes. When she turned to him, something was missing. "Eleanor," he whispered. She gave a sad smile. "I hoped you wouldn't find me." "What happened?" he demanded, heart pounding. She looked away. "I have a rare condition," she admitted. "I've known for a while. Slowly, I'm losing my sight." Alex felt the air leave his lungs. She continued, her voice quiet. "I didn't want you to watch me fade. I wanted you to remember me the way I was, when I could see the world with you." His hands trembled as he took hers. Eleanor, I don't care about any of that. I love you. And if you can't see the world, then I'll be your eyes. Tears slipped down her cheeks. But you promised, she whispered. You promised to remember not what you see, but what you feel. He cupped her face gently, pressing his forehead against hers. Then let me spend forever making you feel love. Eleanor lost her vision completely 6 months later. But she never lost her ability to see. Because Alex made sure of it. Every day, he described the sunrise to her, painted the world in words, and made sure she never missed a single detail. And in return, Eleanor taught him how to truly see, not with his eyes, but with his heart. Because love isn't about what we look at. It's about what we feel. And through her eyes, Alex learned to see the world in a way he never had before.